Okay, where is it? Good enough. Let me set everything up. Awesome. So things should be great now. So last time that I did was I enabled headlamp instead of Kubernetes dashboard, which is pretty nice. And now we need to do something about it. All right. So let me check other steps that I did. Um, CLS, Python, mscripts, Bootstrap. No. I need help. Initialize cluster, connect to kind, install gateway CRDs, install metal B, deploy gateway API implementation. Alright, so this should be fine. Auto collector. So auto collector seems to be having problems. OpenTelemetry operator seems to be fine. It's just OpenTelemetry collector that has problems. All right. Let me see. So it is deploy operator. So deploys OpenTelemetry operator in kind cluster, and deploy OpenTelemetry collector deploys the OpenTelemetry collector. All right. Let us see what's going on there. Just warning, I will probably not pay a lot of attention to the chat, because it is quite difficult to do simultaneously. Actually, maybe I can. Um, Let me embed the chat real quick. Embedded link, copy, and let me update the chat. Properties, URL. Okay. Huh? All right. Things are going great. So now I need to find this deploy OpenTelemetry collector. So here's the function that does it. um, and cluster for telemetry data collection. All right. Returns true successful, false otherwise. All right. So we set the kubectl context. We create a namespace. All right. And then we wait for the OpenTelemetry operator. All right. And we try to apply collector OpenTelemetry collector.yaml. Uh, okay. So here is OpenTelemetry collector. Okay. Hi Blue. How's it going? Now the question is, how can I check the status of Open Telemetry collector, and how can I ensure status of Open Telemetry collector? So here I will also use AI assistance because it speeds things up. I could Google it, but for now, since I have access to coding tools, why not do that? Yeah, let me see the logs. Let me see the logs here. CLS. Air from sir not found. Okay, it was not found. Okay, so there is a crash loop back off. Hi Blame, how's it going? Open telemetry collector not found. Okay. So let me pass this errors. Hopefully I should get feedback on what it means. Alright. It's not deployed as this, instead the pod named is yada yada is named Open Telemetry Collector to check status from this. Alright. But so far it looks like I messed up somewhere with an unknown type alloy for AD alloy and valid values. I'm doing great there. Currently working on a platform, trying to set up the observability for the Kubernetes application, for the Kubernetes multi-node application, and just having some minor issues with OpenTel. OpenTel is rather new technology, so I'm learning this. It's rather new for me. Um, that said, I think I can be fine with that. All right. Rather recently, I I passed an exam, course for insurance fee reduction, which is great. I really love it. Now I should be able to pay less. That said, I'm still in the process of upgrading my driving license class. I'm pretty close. I should be able to do so somewhere in the middle of this month, but it's not guaranteed yet. Like the chances are good, but it's not guaranteed. Okay, how to fix it? Remove user border alloy. Collector exporter exporters unknown type alloy for ID this for ID alloy valid values. All right, let me Google it. I feel like it should be something Googleable. This error should be Googleable. This will be an nerd stream. Probably I will not talk too much normal human language. That said, you're still welcome to stay here. If you're fine with, I don't know, if you like seeing someone nerd out. Alright, so now I'm exploring the Grafana community post on the forum. So I have defined an OpenTel exporter in my pipeline, but I end up with HTTP 406 error. The documentation says the final format is not known, hence there, yada yada yada. Alright, it is irrelevant. I have no idea why Google suggested me this. Let me go back to the search, and I think I saw the entry on this. Okay, Grafana alloy with Otella ground cover and new relic. All right, recently. Okay, let us see. Let us see this article. Recently, Grafana rolled out Alloy, their open telemetry collector, but they will set up it in Kubernetes and later Docker and look at sending traces to ground cover. So it's their thing. So what's New Relic? I haven't heard about ground cover. I so far was planning to use Loki. Alright, what is it? New Relic Advance, Verizon, Toyota, Shutterstock, Atlassian. So these big companies. Alright. Let us see. Let us see. New Relic versus what is it? So what's the idea of web tracking? Okay. Where can I just see? Where can I see what it is? Resources. Okay. Integrations platform security. Where can I just get information of what it is? I need to understand what is this project, what this project does, in order to make sense of it. Use cases. I don't care that leading company use this. I just want to understand what it is. Start ingesting data. Alright. Alright, let's do it and see what it is. NRQL. Okay, welcome to our platform. Gives you deep visibility into our systems, helps to solve problems. It is water. Just give me information of what it is. You can see how hero gets started, or okay, here. How does it work? How does it work? What is it? How it works? First, it requires collection of floods performance data. Yes, known as telemetry data. Yes. Observability platform gather data from service using agents. An agent is a file of field lines that collects data on a service and sends it to a for analysis of making something measurable. Agents integrated into a service as part of the process. Right, you might instrument a gas tank when down meter that measures how full you monitor your tank when it fires empty, you know it's time to fill up again. Alright. Agent that you attach to a particular service during a procedure like a gas meter, agents keep track of the service performance by metrics such as performance meter and error rates. By analyzing this data, you can gain insights into function of your service and the areas for improvement. An agent is first. Okay, so it's just telemetry with agents. Okay, it is actually useful and interesting. That said, hiding it all the way here is just. Oh, I disgust. It was disgusting. I mean, it didn't make sense. Why? Alright, before I go on, okay, let's see what ground cover is. Okay. Ground cover, docs, a full stack cloud native observability platform developed to. Fuck my life. I will fucking puke from this. From making interpretation. All the traces, metrics, logs, Kubernetes events into a single pane of glass. Why the fuck do you speak like this? Just say what it does, allowing you to identify issues. Fuck my life. Just speak. Just give information. Conduct granular investigations. Holy fuck, just you. Give me a fucking information. Bring your cloud architecture. The one of kind indication on which ground cover was built estimates all across to stream your logs. Holy fuck! Speak like human language. Speak human language. Provide information. Just like I still have no fucking idea what I'm reading. Just tell me what it. Just tell me what exactly it does. It is holy fuck. They can't write. This they speak in fucking hype language. Provide information, you motherfuckers. It is so fucking annoying. I'm annoyed so fucking much. It is not okay. Oh, alright, so, just disclaimer. If you work at one of these companies, bring information about the product. Tell me what it does. Tell me what is its essence. Why should, like, explain me the idea. This thing is just like disruptive pricing. Holy fuck, I don't care. I care about what it does. Yeah, cloud native observability platform. Can you be even more generic? Why not say? Uh, it is just disgusting. Uh, Alright, capabilities, log management. Designed for high scalability and rapid query performance and then log analysis. Okay, log management, infrastructure monitoring. Provides cloud infrastructure monitoring, enable automatic collection, real-time infrastructure health and efficiency. Okay, that's a bit vague, but it is something better. Application performance monitoring. Alright, so assume it's metrics. I hope. Just speak human language. Real user monitoring. Extends ground cover to the client side providing is. Alright, so it is throughout the whole platform. Alright, it kind of makes sense now, but holy fuck, why couldn't you explain what it is? You have struggled. You are struggling to say what you are, and it is disgusting. Oh, from the limits of SaaS to bring your own cloud freedom. All right, all-in-one observability features. All right. Oh, holy fuck! This is disgusting. I hate it a lot. I hate it so fucking much. All right. Before I go on, I should point out I worked this blog post from a I worked this blog post for a month. I was so stuck on protocol errors and port rejection. Spoiler alert, I resolved it. So if you want to just get to the how do I make this work, you can zip down to tail end of the Docker section. The key pieces I was missing, well, I won't ruin it for those that want to follow along, but they are pretty obvious to me now. Apparently they aren't they always. Uh, we'll end up having a working allo in a Docker host. Docker host in Kubernetes. So what is Docker host? I don't think I've heard about this one. Docker host. Docker sidecar to forward traffic. All right. Okay, I think I understand what it does. Trace batch processing of OpenTelemetry data via Dapr and calculator up on through Ground Cover APM and New Relic APM. Okay. I use this too because ground cover uses Alligator akin to Datadog and others, alright, namely an agent in the cluster that can forward on traces. Alright, New Relic uses an ONOLTP endpoint that has the auth in a header. I think both examples cover what many of you are looking to do. Either use something in a network that forwards traces or constrain public endpoint. Let's dig in. Grafana Alloy installation. Alright, there are three ways we can dig into Grafana Alloy. Open source, cloud, and Cloud Pro. Let me see. Let me check the chat. I don't see. Yeah, nothing is in the chat. Let's start with the download version first. I'm allowed with the Grafana repo and update Helm. Yeah, we already have it. So if we check so let's Python scripts bootstrap can cluster help. So if we go through the list of available steps, it is add Grafana chart repo. So here it is. Grafana, yada yada, wrap update. We can install into a new namespace. All right. Do we have it? I think. Well, we don't do exactly that. Helpful because Zarv had taken over this cluster. What is Zarv? I came across Zarv from this help net security review. It's based on intriguing options. It's sweet. Driven with YAML manifests that can bundle a variety of package types into a single archive. ZST file. Okay. That can then be delivered to a disconnect Kubernetes cluster. Yeah, I mean it makes sense. Today we will. Well, it is not exactly perfect because the order of application of YAML files matters. So it is kind of probably not. It sounds great. It sounds simple. In practice, it is not that great. Today we'll set up the demo DOS games, including the Blizzard Classic. We'll then try packaging our own content and delivering it to a fresh Kubernetes cluster. All right. So it's probably not as fun. So okay, let's do Grafana Alloy. Operator. Grafana Alloy operator. All right. So that's what we do. So that's the thing that I use. And let's do Grafana Alloy documentation. Okay. All right. It is OpenTelemetry Collector Alloy. No, OpenTelemetry Operator. OpenTelemetry Operator and Alloy. And Grafana Alloy. So in my setup, I currently use both OpenTelemetry Collector. I mean, so I use OpenTelemetry Operator that sets up OpenTelemetry Collector that in turn is meant to use uh, that in turn is meant to use Grafana Alloy for forwarding metrics and all that to uh, Grafana ecosystem. So that is how it's meant to work. It is not particularly easy in that regard because it's kind of complicated, but it is something that should work. Alright, let's get started. Let's continue. An OpenTelemetry collector distribution provides a way to receive, process, and export telemetry data independent of vendor. For production observability, Grafana Labs recommends Grafana. Okay. Oh, okay. I need the OpenTelemetry operator, Grafana and OpenTelemetry. Let's check out this article. I think I picked up this idea here. Okay, introduction. Grafana agent has recently transitioned to Alloy. In this post, I will guide you through it, while most examples demonstrate sending telemetry data directly from the agent to the vendor's backend. OpenTelemetry introduced an exciting component called Collector. With OpenTelemetry Collector, users gain control over their data, enable manipulation, enrichment, and vendor-agnostic destination decisions. Please refer to my earlier posts, OpenTelemetry as a service. Alright. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, actually I do. Let's start here and get back to Grafana Alloy once we finish this. Okay, in this post, I'll talk about OpenTelemetry as a service. Okay, so there is an image, OpenTelemetry agent database, and OpenTelemetry collector service, hotel call, team A, receivers, processors, exporters, receivers, processors, exporters. All right, metrics, Grafana Cloud, traces, lights. Well, it doesn't matter. Metrics, traces, Honeycomb, signals, and checker. All right. Introducing a new technology on an organizational level isn't usually an easy task. That's why it's not uncommon for companies to end up using multiple tools that essentially do the same thing. Managing all these tools makes it hard to govern and prevents collaboration with teams using different tools. In addition to this, these tools usually cost a small fortune, especially for small and mid-sized companies. Until recently, there hasn't been a good alternative to overcome these problems. OpenTelemetry to the rescue. To help solve these problems, we can use this new phenomenon called OpenTelemetry. Wait, another tool, you may think. Well, yes, but this one is different. I promise. The OpenTelemetry project aims to provide a vendor-agnostic way to instrument and collect your data. This means that we don't require a proprietary agent. Yeah, I know about OpenTelemetry. This can be handled by the SDKs, APIs, and a collector from the OpenTelemetry. Based on OpenTelemetry, we can decouple the instrumentation from the storage backends, which is great because it means that we are not tied to any tool, thus avoiding a potential buy-in from commercial vendors. we ask developer once to instrument their code without having to, let me check the chat, without having to know where the data will be stored. The telemetry data, logs, metrics, and traces, is sent to a collector that you own. More about that later. And from there, you can send it to any vendor you like. OpenTelemetry allows you to own the data that you generate rather than being stuck with a proprietary data format or tool. This is a big reason why OpenTelemetry is beginning to change the observability landscape. You can use more than one vendor and compare them without asking developers to change anything in their code. Okay, so OpenTelemetry operator. Yes, this is my current setup. So I have an OpenTelemetry operator. I have some CRDs, sidecar, auto collector, made sidecar. Yes, trace TLP, Kubernetes, OpenTelemetry operators, collector. Okay, I see. Storage backend, data log, honeycomb, signals, site stuff. All right. Alright, if you want to know more about OpenTelemetry, I've written a hands-on guide on how to get it started. More resources can be found at the bottom of the post. Well, it's OpenTelemetry agent as supposed to that. Or maybe it's not. Let us see. Let us see whether it's something that we could be interested in. Yeah. Okay, observable backends, Lightstep, Honeycomb, New Relic. Okay, what is the OpenTelemetry demo application? All right. Load generator. What is okay? Is good for everyone that wants to see OpenTelemetry in action. You can run the demo application. Yada yada yada. Okay, service roles. All right. So one of the services included in the application is a feature flux service. All right. This is a crude feature. Yada yada yada. We can browse to the UI of the service. All right. Uh, uh, Setting up a demo, start demo application. All right. Feature flags UI. All right. Feature flag load generator Jagger UI. View analyze with the Jagger UI. Okay. You can see that Jagger has found the trace which contains errors. The trace contains a list of spawns in a parent child relative that represents the order of execution along with the time taken by each spawn. Click on the trace. Alright, 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 alright. Directed acyclic graph. Alright. You can use the directed acyclic graph to view the dependencies between the microservices. Red requester duration metrics. Alright. Request error duration metrics. Okay. Vendor observability. Okay. Oh, okay. Grafana. Okay, let us see where the code starts here, and see what. Okay, it starts with the last step. Add the token to the auto config. Okay, auto call config. Okay, it is OpenTelemetry collector. It is not OpenTelemetry operator. Ugh. Okay. It is not particularly useful. Let's say you have decided to give requirements service processors. All right, let us see. Onboarding, maintenance. Yeah, it is relevant. It is relevant. Okay, what is Grafana Alloy and why should I use it? Operates as an OpenTelemetry agent, enabling the collection and transmission of telemetry data from diverse sources to monitor and assist analysis and visualization. Okay, requisites. Alright, Grafana, alternative. The easiest alternative one. I'm sure the server protocol is set to OTL HTTP if you are using OTLP over HTTP. Verify deployment. Okay, this is not something that is particularly useful. Instead, I need to find how properly send export to Alloy. How to properly export OTLP data from model collector to Alloy. Okay, so the question is, how can we export OTLP data from model collector to Alloy? I don't remember how I came to this. Points Grafana Alloy. To export OTLP data from, okay. Okay, to export OTLP data from OpenTelemetry Collector Alloy, you need to use the OTLP exporter in the collector and configure Alloy to receive OTLP data, usually via gRPC or HTTP. The collector sends data to Alloy using the OTLP protocol, not a custom Alloy exporter. In the OpenTelemetry Collector, configure an OTLP exporter point to Alloy's OTLP endpoint. Host and ports. Example collector. Okay, and where is Alloy? Where is Alloy, by the way? Where is Alloy? Alloy, Grafana, Alloy. Here's Grafana, Alloy. So, config.alloy. Alright, done. Check K8s Grafana Alloy config.alloy and let's make it a path so that there is no ambiguity. And what else? Gate S telemetry collector open telemetry collector.yaml. All right. Okay, what can I do here? Remove any unsupported exporters like Alloy. Add an OTLP exporter within set to Alloy's service. Ensure uh yes. Generate the patch. Something went wrong here. OTLP. Okay, it is just the issue with spaces. For now, let us do CLS Python cleanup. I'll probably end the stream here because my laptop just overheats.